Management and leadership. In this chapter, you're going to learn quite a bit about both. You'll learn about org charts and SWOT analysis and objectives and goals. If you look at the skill set for managers, you'll see that leading is actually one of the aspects of management. However, because leadership is so important, it's often separated, and not every individual will excel at every aspect of management. And so management and leadership are really considered two different things. As you continue with your business courses and your business degree and also in your business career, you'll learn quite a bit more about the difference between leaders and managers. But management in general is the process of organizing and leading and controlling people and planning to help the organization accomplish its goals. Management is a stabilizing factor, a controlling factor, making sure that systems run like they're supposed to. You'll notice the four functions of management are planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. And again, we'll learn a little bit more about this, but leading is part of management. However, that is often a separate skill set here. One other aspect of management is staffing, and that kind of goes in all of those. But when I actually learned about management many years ago, it was actually one of the functions of management, and so there were considered five functions. But planning, organizing, leading, and controlling are the basic functions of management. Quite simply, you could define management as putting the systems in place and making sure that those systems run that help the organization meet its goals and objectives. Now, the goals are the broad long-term accomplishments that we want to attain. We would like to become a multinational company. The objectives are the specific short-term statements that says, okay, we're going to increase sales by 6% over the next 6 months. So goals and objectives are very, very important within any kind of an organization, because that gives you something to measure and to compare to see if you're actually doing what you set out to do. The textbook gives you just a brief introduction to a SWOT analysis, and this is a tool that you will use not only in business but in also many additional business courses. But a SWOT analysis lets you look at the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats of that particular business. Leaders essentially get people to follow them. Good leaders will communicate the vision. They'll get other people to buy into that vision. They're going to establish corporate values and promote ethics. We learned a little bit about that in a previous chapter. And most importantly, probably leaders help people embrace change. Leaders help organizations change. Of all the aspects of leadership, probably the most important is communicating the vision. The vision, as the slide tells us, is more than a goal. It's why the organization is here and where we're trying to go. And if people don't buy into the vision of where the company is trying to go, they're not going to be happy when you try to change it, or as a leader tries to change it. Now, this is not a required book, but if you ever get a chance, you'll probably want to read the book Good to Great by Jim Collins, and very likely it will come up in some of your business courses. But if you read it for this course, then you'll be ahead of the game. But it talks about how leaders embrace change and help companies become great companies. Once the leader successfully communicates the vision and has the individuals in the corporation buy into that vision, it eventually becomes the mission of the organization. And the mission statement is kind of the formalized statement of the leader's vision. And the mission statement will talk about why the company exists and who its customers are, how it's going to satisfy those customers. It may include things like ethics and even social responsibility. Every company needs to have both leaders and managers. If it only has leaders, then the company really descends into chaos, because leaders just want to change. Managers, on the other hand, bring about the systems to stabilize and keep the company going within those systems. And I like to define it this way: leaders blaze the trail, managers pave it and install traffic lights. Again, just a brief introduction to the concepts in this chapter. Very important chapter. I hope you find it very interesting as you learn a little bit more in detail some of the items that we've discussed in this introduction.